Hey, what's up? It's me, Jessica J, and I was just wondering if you've ever sat and thought to yourself, Jessica, what are 4 social mistakes that make you look low status to women you want? Well, if so, I'm glad you asked, cause as always, I'm here to answer your questions specifically as such, and to make sure you never miss out on another opportunity to hear how common social norms or manners of conducting yourself are actually hurting you with women you want. For another one of my videos, don't forget to hit that subscribe button with the notification bell. Okay, so I'm always trying to explain to my clients that we women, we speak a different language when it comes to our desires. When it comes to deciding whether or not we want more of you. In that way. And true to form, there's a lot of things we all do to function collectively as a society that, doesn't necessarily rock the boat, where we're not necessarily standing out or disrupting the peace. But there's 4 things specifically that you might be doing in that regard that are showing women that you want, that you aren't somebody we should want. And if you know all you need is a set of eyes on your interactions with women to see where you're dropping the ball, Lula, Mama, I'm filming. To see where you're dropping the ball with women and what you could be doing instead, and then practicing that new way of interacting with women to get those knee-jerk reactions, to get her laughing and to get her wanting you, book a call with me now while you still can, and we'll talk about making it happen for you with my 90-day coaching program, which is gonna do just that. Go to jessicajdating.com/book. Okay, so the first one is small talk. I feel like we all kind of know now how stupid small talk is, right? Hey, how are you? I'm good. How are you? I'm good. And then what? What do you fucking do from there? That's shit we've all been trained and conditioned to say for the sake of pretending there's an actual interaction going on. And I have no idea why. It's stuff we say to the coffee barista where we don't actually care to know how well they're doing. Or it's things we say to people that we actually don't care to know how well they're doing. Again, it's shit to say just to fill the silence. Because in that silence, everybody thinks that is weird. And I don't know why. I love the silence, especially the ones with the lambs. But if you try small talking a woman you want, we're gonna see you as too timid to be real and too timid to be yourself. Like, don't fucking ask me how the weather is or hasn't it been like really hot lately? Yeah, fucking sure. Okay, cool. If you talk to me like you talk to the Uber driver, I'm gonna drop you off at the next stop. When it comes to women you want, we want to feel you. We want to know you. We want you to know us. And small talk just really gets in the way of that. Imagine if all you did was cut out the small talk and you were just yourself. Again, exactly what we teach in my 90-day coaching program. If this is something you want to get handled once and for all, especially if you're an introvert who just doesn't fucking do small talk, like me, jessicajdating.com/book. Okay, the second one. Oh my God, I talked about this on my live last week, and I really hammered it home in the Q&A for my clients last week, is trying to find common interests. Here's the thing. We women, we don't give a fuck about common interests. Again, when it comes to the relationships we women have, we form those bonds based on how we feel about one another. I'll tell you right now, I'm not gonna want to be friends with every single girl that likes Taylor Swift. I'm just not. But because my friends also like Taylor Swift, we just have that much more in common, which is cool. I also have friends who don't even know who Taylor Swift is, which is actually quite offensive, but still. So on the roundtable talk last week, I got the girls together, the girls from Jessica J Dating, where a bunch of us jump on and talk about what really goes on for us women on the receiving end of you men, both literally and metaphorically. And all the girls were like, yeah, no, I don't know if I ever cared that a guy had similar interests to me. And I know for me, I've never dated a guy who had like the same interests as me. And that was fucking fine. So trying to find, well, do you like to dance? Do you like to go to sports games? Do you like to eat? God, dude, it makes you look needy, trying to fish for something you could possibly have in common. I'll tell you right now, you are the thing she will be most interested in if you just be your fucking self. Because the number one thing we all have in common is our human experiences. The number one interest we all have is ourselves. And if you are yourself, your human self, I will see myself in you and therefore be interested in you because you remind me of me because you're a fucking human, and I will therefore want to see you in me. Hehe. Make sense? Oh, the third one. God bless y'all. God bless y'all. This is people pleasing. If we see you funneling down that spicy food you accidentally ordered because you're too scared to say you actually don't like spicy food, and you're willing to flare up your ulcer at the expense of not saying, hey, I didn't know it was gonna be spicy. I can't handle spicy spicy food. I'm sorry. If you're that guy that thinks that you need to put yourself on the back burner of pleasing somebody else, that will make you seem low value to us, especially if you do it with us. If you don't speak up to us, if you are not okay with us constantly making you pay for meals, if you're getting increasingly cynical and salty over the fact that you've gotten her all these gifts, you're the one hitting her up first all the time, you're the one putting in all the effort to see each other. If you're not saying anything, yeah, trust me, we will see you as low status, and you know what? We'll take advantage because you deserve it. Any man who can't stand up for himself deserves to be stomped on. Ooh, I felt bad saying that, but I'm sorry guys, that's the truth. Stand up for yourselves, for fuck's sake, especially when it comes to women you want. And even in society, if you don't like spicy food, it's okay to say you don't like the spicy food if you accidentally order it. That's not rude. Sorry, I've just been on dates with guys who ordered shit they didn't like and then tried to like pride themselves on saying like, no, I'm gonna eat it. I'm a nice guy. Like, bro. You don't need to be a martyr for the restaurant. They don't fucking care. Anyway, I digress. The fourth one is talking to us like you talk to men. So you've heard me say this before. The way y'all men talk to each other is like playing golf. You say something interesting to yourself. He says something interesting to himself. Y'all aren't necessarily interesting to one another. But fuck, at the end of it, you had a conversation about things you were both interested in. The game was played. You can easily swap out one person for another. Y'all would still be playing the game. Y'all would still have a good time. Women don't work like that. Women communicate like we play tennis. We have to react to one another. We have to feel one another. And if you're a guy who talks to women the way you talk to men, we will just see you as boring. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I've told this story on one of the YouTube videos. I know I've been telling it to my clients and in Roundtable, but I was on a plane and I remember there were two men sitting next to me and the one guy was like, oh, what are you in town for? That guy was like, I had to fix my mom's plumbing. And the guy was like, what was wrong with the plumbing? The other guy was like, here's all the things that were wrong with the plumbing. And I was like, yo! Then the other guy says, what were you in town for? He says, I had to work. He goes, what do you do for work? I work in finance. What do you do? Oh my god, I can't even get through this fucking role play. But they just went on and on about plumbing and finance, and that was it. And I was looking around for other women who were in pain listening to this interaction, and I'm sitting here thinking to myself, these poor men who are just trying to be polite to the other man and just continuing on this monotonous ass, boring ass conversation. I am hurting here. But wouldn't you know, by the end of the 2-hour flight, these men were like, yeah, let's go get lunch. Here's my number. Let's get our luggage and meet up later. And I was like, I bet they're best friends now. I bet they enjoyed that interaction. And anytime I tell this story to a girl, she starts cracking up because she gets it. That is a difficult conversation to sit through for a woman. However, that's how you men talk. And it's not like you're a fucking chump for it. It's just that y'all don't know how to communicate to us in ways that makes us want you. In ways that shows who you are and gets us feeling you that much faster than any other person out there doing all four of these things when you're not. So if you know that you are accidentally doing these things and you want to speak in a way that makes women feel immediately connected to you, immediately interested in you, and wanting more of you, let's talk about making that happen. You're gonna talk with me directly. I don't get sick of hearing guys say, oh my god, it's actually you I'm meeting. Oh, fucking meet, I swear. JessicaJDating.com/book. We'll see if my 90-day program is for you. And guys, I know I'm like talking shit about these 4 things, but we've all been trained to do it. All of us. I still do it. I constantly catch myself doing this shit. It's fine. Again, society exists so that we can survive together. But when it comes to women you want, we just have to do things a little differently, and that's okay. So check yourself for these 4 things. Book your call to meet with me now if you are doing them and you want to change it. And thanks for watching as always, guys. We'll see you next time.